Hello, this is Ali from Victory Charts. It's October 1st around 7 in the morning. Setting up a short here on the euro. We'll see how it reacts to this zone that it's approaching here. If it can get through that, I'll probably target a lower zone in here, or maybe a 1272 extension. So we'll see how this one goes. As of right now, that's the only order I'm working, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so that euro trade didn't quite get down there, and now I'm going to set up a new one up here at the break of this little resistance, and hopefully it'll break this trend line. So right here at the high of this bar, 74, and I'll leave this short order working in case it moves fast. I've also got an order working here in the bonds at a break of this high here, which will also be a break of this trend line. And I'll target one of these upper zones. And I just put in an order for gold, same kind of setup. It's extreme bar here, an RTM bar, and then a higher low, and hopefully a break of this top. So we'll see what happens here. So we're getting some action here. Bonds are getting close to being filled. The S&Ps are selling off a bit, which is probably why the bonds are getting a little uptick here. The euro is kind of quiet right now, and gold is same kind of quiet, so we'll see. Alright, we're getting ready to get filled here on the bonds. The euro is getting pretty close, and gold is getting pretty close to a fill. So here's my gold order, and then here's my euro order.
Order filled.
Alright, something just got filled. That was the bonds there. And we can see it broke this trend line. And now I got to play this a little bit close. If it hits this zone and starts to slow down, I have to take it off. But this area in here, there's a lot of congestion, so we'll keep an eye on it. For a second.
What?
Alright, so we're getting filled on gold here in a little bit, it seems. And we got a zone here that's running to quite a bit of resistance, and so my target is there for now, but if I can see that it has strength and it's moving fast, I may extend my target to this zone here. And so we'll see what we get when we get filled. Alright, so I just got filled on that euro trade now, and it's in this zone, so I got to be a little bit careful if it doesn't break through. But if it can get past this, it should get to this top zone up here. So this euro trade not going too well. If I get stopped, I'm going to flip it back to where I wanted to get short earlier, and then take it short, because this trend line ended up holding it, looked like. And so we'll see. We're not stopped out yet, but it might happen. So we're getting a little move in gold here. It's coming up to this trend line. If that begins to hold, then I can just take the trade off. Euro still in the same spot, just kind of waiting to get stopped on that, and then flip it short if we can. And bonds are just doing nothing, just trying to get past this zone. And same thing, if they can't get past it soon here, I can just take it off for a scratch and then re-enter later. So let's see. There we go. There's a little bit of movement by them. Yep, and that's about it. Gold is slow moving so far, but gold is one of those that can just get real violent real quick, so I want to be ready. Got my target up here in the middle of this zone, so we'll keep an eye on all these markets. Bonds are getting a little bit of a move here. They're getting ready to clear this zone, hopefully. The high of it is 23, so if we can get to 24. Bonds are working here a little bit. I'm going to just draw a 1272 extension, see where that puts me. 27, 30 seconds. And the 1382 is at 29, which is where I have my target. It's right in the middle of that zone. We'll see if we can get there. Gold is doing a little bit here. Kind of quiet, and Euro's coming back a little bit for me, so let's see what happens with that. Alright, so gold's getting a little bit of a pop here, testing this trend line. Hopefully you can just blow through it real quick. And bonds are still working, slowly but surely. It's kind of how bonds are. And what I want to see here for gold is if it can just start blasting up like gold does sometimes, I'll move this target up a little bit higher, but I don't want to get too greedy with it. Alright, so bonds are getting close to a target here. I feel like being a little bit greedy because the S&Ps are starting to sell off a little bit, and typically the bonds are flight to quality, meaning that when the money comes out of the S&P, it goes into the bonds. But I'd rather get a quick target here to begin with and then see what we can get down the road. But it's getting that whippy price action, which bonds are typically a slow moving market, and when they start moving fast, it means something's on the way. Here we go, one more tick. Gold is still moving pretty slow. I have it on another screen over here, and euro is starting to get a little move to it. Here we go with the bonds. One more tick and we'll be filled.
Order filled.
Alright, so we got profits on there. We'll go look at our other trades. Euro still underwater, and gold is kind of quiet. So this trend line is holding, so I need to be careful here. I'm probably going to trail my stop a little bit. So I trail my stop on gold here, and we do have news out at 8:30. So if these things aren't moving by that time, I'll just take them off or scratch them. So gold hanging in here, and euro is coming back pretty good. Hopefully you can get a little bid here. But these two are pretty correlated. Here's a little correlation study that TradeStation has, and it's 0.29. Strong correlation is obviously 1, and a negative correlation is -1. So this is kind of in the middle, but they are somewhat correlated. So euro's getting a little pop here. Sat through that news announcement, which is probably a bad idea, but I wasn't risking much more, and sat through some heat, almost got stopped. And same thing on gold over here. Almost got stopped on this candle here, but came back.
The thing is with that trend.
So these things are just flopping around in these zones. Euro's not really cooperating here. The zone is held, and gold is the same story. It's on this trend line and it just can't break through it. If this continues with the volume profile as flat as it is, I'm not going to take any chances, and I'll just take these off. So let's see what the euro can do here. If it can't get moving, I'm just going to scratch it, and same with gold. Alright, euro's getting a little bit of pop here. If it doesn't do anything, I'm just going to bail on it. I'm really trying to sit on my hands here with this slow price action, but it's becoming tougher and tougher. Euro is really trying here. It's just not getting anything going. The only reason I want to take action here is because I'm long gold and euro, and these are both correlated. So if one doesn't go, chances are the other's not going to go. But then again, if both of them go, chances are both of them will go, and I'll make money on both. It's kind of a tough situation. I may just lighten up on one and let the other one go. Euro is a little bit better for the long side right now. I've trailed my stop on gold to just under VWAP here, and if it doesn't get going, then that's fine. I can risk 120, but I really hope this euro can get a pop because it's a clear shot to this zone here, which will be a nice little target. Alright, the level to beat on the euro here is 81. Alright, there, just beat it, so that's good. I'm going to trail my stop to the bottom of this previous bar, which is the low of the other zone, so I'm taking a lot of risk off the table here. And I mean, my target is at the high of the day plus 1 tick, so if it breaks out through there, that's a good sign, but it's also right below that zone, so I'm fine with that target. And gold is still a break even here. If I can get a target on the euro and I'm slightly positive on gold and it's still not moving, I will just take it off, because that'll be a a pretty good profitable day, and we'll see what else materializes. Alright, so that breakout on the euro was not that great. It broke out and got sold right away, so I'm just going to take this off, and same with gold. They're just not moving, and I got more risk to the downside at this point. So I'll just go to break even here. Give it a little bit of a chance, and if it doesn't move, it doesn't move, but I'm just going to close gold out right now for minus 30 bucks.
Order filled.
That's not bad. So we're out of gold here, and I can re-enter. Actually, if it breaks out through here, I will re-enter it. 1480, so 1490 I'll buy it, put that order in and let that work. And as for the euro, we're still in it. We're about to get stopped at break even.
Order
All
filled.
right, there we go. It stopped us out. So that's fine. We'll see what else comes up here. I'm still working that gold order, and we'll see what else happens. So I just retook gold long here. We'll see what happens with it. Gold is making some new highs on the day here. Hope for a quick pop. I got my target above the zone, which is not all that smart. I should just take it off here in the middle of the zone. It's the highest probability. But we'll see. I'm hoping for a nice little pop here. It's just getting a little bit jumpy on the price action. And actually that euro trade would have worked out pretty nice. It's back up here. I just didn't like how it was acting. There's really no re-entry there, but if gold doesn't get moving here, I'm just going to take it off right in the middle of this zone. I'm trying to be patient here with this slow moving markets today. So I can already go right here for my stop, just the failure of this case bar here. So I'm risking $30, and that's pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to set my target here in the middle of the zone. It has slowed down. Unless it starts popping like crazy, then I'll move my target, but if not, this trade is dead to me. Right. So if this trade doesn't work, I'll probably call it a day. There's just no follow through in any of these markets. Bonds are moving decent, but that's about it. Hoping we can get a pop here. But typically when gold breaks the high of the day, it will run pretty hard, and that was not that motivating. Another telltale sign is this volume profile is really flat on the day, which just shows no conviction one way or the other, and it's like that almost across the board. So not a lot of conviction here. That euro trade would have been a beauty, almost to I guess it's still got a ways to go to the target, but this is just some choppy price action. Now gold's back up. I moved that target. I got greedy, but we'll see where it goes from here. Go to break even here, not taking any chances. And hopefully we get a nice little pop into that target. This is definitely a greedy play here. Well, it has stopped here, and I'm being a greedy little piggy here, and I shouldn't be because I have profits. So I'm going to trail up to 90 bucks here, and if it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, I'm happy. That euro move, that zone is almost being reached here. Alright, so about to get stopped.
Order filled.
Alright, so there we go. So here goes the trade recap. Not the greatest day, but it's still profitable, 50%. And this just shows that if you have a little bit of an edge in profit taking, a 50% coin flip odds can make money. So that's nice. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time.